East Dakota.
Alright.
We have one right here.
Have you heard about the newest hugs?
The newest hugs?
You guess
What is, I don't know, the newest hugs.
Guess what it is? Drum roll, everybody. CAPI hugs.
CAPI hugs.
And there's double CAPI hugs.
Double CAPI hugs.
But only parents get kisses.
Okay, cool.
Mwah.
That's a good guess.
And guess what you do with the CAPI attack?
CAPI attack? That doesn't sound very good.
CAPI attack is like jump really far and you just land a room.
Oh!
You ready?
Uh-oh.
Count to like 5 or something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0!
No!
And have you heard about the weirdest hug? It's called the CAPI double tack.
CAPI double attack.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
and another one because it's double. You ready?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Start over.
Hey!
Oh.
That is the CAPI double tap.
Thank you. That's all for tonight. Goodbye.
No! No, you have to tell about something. I don't know.
Something, yeah. We gotta tell them something. I don't know what to tell them. What are we gonna tell them?
Like if we don't tell them nothing, it would be not CAPI.
That's true.
Poor paranormal.
Okay, I guess we'll say something. Hello, Haley. Haley says, "Hey, Coda."
Hey, good.
Hey, John.
I have a question.
What is your question?
Why does everybody call me Coda instead of Dakota?
I don't know. I think
Coda?
It's just like a little nickname kind of thing.
Coda? No matter.
Coda.
Okay, just so you know, nobody say Coco to me. I'll be mad.
She doesn't like Coco.
I'll be mad.
She likes Dakota, and she'll tolerate Coda, but don't call her Coco. She gets angry. Katie says hi.
Hi.
Haley said hi too.
Hi. Hey guys, you want to see a CAPI double attack?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. He don't like it.
I do like it. It's just painful.
Well, he does like it. It's just pain. Wait. Okay, let's do it. Do you guys want to count with me?
We'll count. Go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we've got a call. Okay, we'll start over. 5. Well, at least you're happy it's not going right now.
Yeah. 5,
5, 4, 3, 2,
1, go.
Hoi!
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Ready? Again.
No, not again.
5.
We gotta start the show. These people came to watch the show.
1, 2.
So we gotta start. Whoa!
Oh, and again because it's double.
You already did double. That's 2. Double is 2.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go over here.
Thank you. All right. Oh, I knew it was coming.
That's what it's like to do a guppy cat.
What?
Guppy cat.
All right. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody had a really great week. A really great 2 weeks. Katie says, how are you been doing? She hasn't seen you in a while. How have you been doing?
I have been doing 100, more than 100, more than double 100. Great.
Wow, that's a lot.
And guess what? How fun we did today?
What?
We went to the horses and ride horses.
Stop shaking that.
Stop.
We went road horses today.
Yes, I rode Nilla, which is a mini horse. And of course, I can't ride Cupcake because sometimes she bucks.
Yeah, she bucks sometimes.
Would not tell you that story. It's sad. And we had a guest that came there today. Can you tell them who it was?
Your Aunt Melinda.
Yes! She came and ride.
Chance.
And we had fun. And I was on Cupcake and she was leading.
No, you was on Nilla.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, I didn't get you wrong. You got yourself wrong.
That didn't get me wrong. You got you wrong.
Okay. Can I start the show now?
Hi, everybody. I'm going to be daddy for today.
Oh, God. Be daddy tomorrow. That way I don't have to work.
Hi, everybody. I'm daddy.
You actually sound like me.
Hey,
Oh, boy. Someone save me. Save you. You scare me sometimes.
And guess what? The CAPI can't only. It's 4 days. After this day, it's 4 days. But right now, it's 5 days.
It's 5 days after today.
Yes, I know that.
It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes, I know that. I can be wrong and right sometimes.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I am daddy for the day.
Okay. So what she's trying to say is we've got a big event coming up. Hey, everybody. I hope you've had a really great couple of weeks. I do apologize for not having a show last week. I was a little under the weather. I didn't feel real well, so we didn't have a show last week. I apologize for that. We were supposed to do our final show of the demonology. We're going to do that tonight. So we're going to finish that up tonight. You have no reference points for tonight, so you don't have to worry about copying down scriptures or books or pages or any of that stuff. We're going to go straight off the dome for the ending, which is the way I plan to do it the whole time anyway. So, yes, coming events. What this one was talking about is CAPI Camp. That's coming up this coming weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, February 26th, 27th, and 28th, the last 3 days of this month. I hope everybody can make it. We have a great announcement. The team has talked it over, and we are going to CAPI Camp is my favorite word, free.
CAPI Camp, but double must double.
Okay. It's free this time. For this camp only, the class is free, the camping is free, the food is free, the entertainment is free, everything is free. You don't have to pay for anything.
Everything.
Unless you have, I know we have a few that are coming that want to be considered as team members. They want to be considered to be team members. They want a chance to do that. Now that's still the $25. That always happens no matter what. We can't get around that. You have to pay the $25 membership fee to be considered to be on the team. We are still looking for 2 investigators. So I'm hoping during this trip, we will get enough to get at least 2 investigators out of this camp. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's at Southern Pillars Campground in Troy, Alabama. I don't have the address right on top of me. If you're coming to the camp and you don't know where it's at, contact me, Beth or John. You can PM me on Facebook or either one, Beth or John. Beth and John, if you would go ahead and throw up your emails. You can email me, Beth or John. My email is my name, J Rushing J Rushing dot CAPI at gmail.com. If you want to email me, John, if you would throw up my email, your email, and Beth, throw up your email too, please. And you can email either one of us. We'll be able to give you more information on the camp, the location and times and everything. The way we're going to do it is the way we always do CAPI Camp. You come in on Friday. I will be there around 10:30-ish, somewhere around in there. People start trickling in around noon, usually. We're just going to be setting up camps and getting everything ready and helping people put up their tents, and whoever's putting in a cabin, then we'll help people get to their cabins and whatever we got to do. That Friday we'll come in, get everything set all up. That evening, thank you, John, it's the Southern Pillar Campground in Troy, Alabama. The address is 6282 County Road 2262, Troy, Alabama. All right, let me get it back up. Hold on, it disappears from my view for some reason. It is the Southern Pillar Campground in Troy, Alabama. The address is 6282 County Road 2262, Troy, Alabama. County Road 2262 in Troy, Alabama. You guys, this is going to be an amazing, amazing CAPI camp. We're going to have a lot of fun. The grounds do have a history of paranormal activity, so the investigation is going to be a lot of fun. The hands-on is going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the class is going to be very informative and very entertaining and very fun. So please, John has thrown his email up there. Beth has put her email up there. John, put my email, if you would, please, sir. And you can contact either one of us, and we'll be able to give you all the information. You could come in anytime on Friday night. This one right here and this one right here and Paramama will be there. I thought Paramama was coming in on Saturday, but it turns out she's not coming in on Saturday. She's coming in with us on Friday. So all three of us will be there around 10:30-ish on Friday a.m. And then people start coming in and everything. That night, we will, thank you, John. Thank you. There's my email too. So you can contact us. I can't wait either, Haley. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so needing a CAPI camp right now. I'm just dying for a CAPI camp. This one's pretty excited about it too. CAPI kids are all excited about coming to CAPI camp this time. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll have activities for the kids to do, and they're going to be going to be in this huge bunkhouse, and it's going to be so much fun. It really is. So Friday night, once we get everything set up, everybody's there and ready to go and getting it done and everything, we will get a bonfire started, and we'll have a bonfire Friday night. We'll have a meet and greet where people tell us who they are and why they're there and stuff like that. And then I wish you could be there too, Katie. Your invitation is still there if you want to come. Absolutely. But we will have a lot of fun Friday night right there at the fire, doing marshmallows and s'mores and hot dogs and whatever. I don't know what we're doing Friday night. But I know we're going to do a bonfire, and I think someone's cooking that night. I don't remember who's cooking that night, but somebody's cooking that night. We got your food taken care of. The only thing you need to bring to CAPI camp, if you're coming to CAPI camp, is you need to bring towels for the weekend. If you need a towel, you'll need towels for like when you take a shower. There are showers there. You need a towel for that. You'll need your soap and shampoo and all that good stuff. Your toiletries. You will also need, Friday night is chili night. Thank you, Beth. Friday night is chili night, guys. Oh my gosh. Friday night's going to rock. It's going to be really interesting around the fire too. So no one can stand with their back to the fire on Friday night, because we don't want a whole bunch of, and blowing the fire all up and just blowing, it'd just be bad. No farting in the fire. No fire farting. So I know, right? And so then we will trickle off to bed. As people get tired, they'll go to bed into their camps or their cabins or whatever. And then we will get up Saturday morning. We'll have a breakfast. We will have the show, and it'll be a lot of fun. I have the show. Really? The show? I don't know what that. This is the show. We'll have the class that morning around 10 a.m. ish, depending on what time everybody gets up and gets moving. We're not real big on the start time on the class because we know people are exhausted after Friday night. So, but we will start the class as soon as possible on Saturday morning. Beth has volunteered to keep me on track and make sure everything goes well, so I don't drag on and drag on and drag on with war stories, as I am very infamously known for. So then we will have a break, and where you can go and do whatever you want to do. You can go hiking and go fishing, go check out the lake, go chill out, go to bed, go to sleep, which is probably what I will do. Then that evening, we will go to the hands-on training part of it. And once we're done with that, we'll regroup, probably get a little bite to eat, and then we will go into the investigation part of the class. So everybody will get to have a chance for the classroom, everyone will get to have a chance for the hands-on training, and everyone will have a chance to get the OJT, on the job training, where you're going to go and do your investigation part. Sunday, we get up, we do the certificates, everything's wonderful. I'm going to try my best to have certificates at the camp this time. I'm going to try my very best, but if we don't have them there, you'll get your certificates not long after that. Finances are kind of tight right now, so we're going to have to try to figure that out. But and then Sunday we help everybody pack up. You know, everybody breaks their tents down and cleans their cabins and all that stuff, and then we head out for the for our different home sites. Yes, baking cakes. Thank you, Beth. For Sunday morning, I'll be doing baking cakes. If you don't know what baking cakes are, that means you've never been to a CAPI camp. But if you do know what baking cakes are, you're looking forward to it. If you don't know what they are, then you need to come to CAPI camp to find out. That's all I can say. But then I know we got a lot of special guests coming. Some people that are some old CAPI clients, some new potential CAPI clients. We got a lot of friends coming. John's working on a special guest that may be there. I'm not going to announce that yet. We'll let it be a surprise. But hopefully he'll be able to make it. John's guest, special guest. Maybe Friday night, if he does come, maybe Friday night he can tell us some campfire stories about what he does in the paranormal. He's not a ghost hunter, but he does do some really cool stuff. Okay, Dove. Hi. And then we all go to our homes and with tears in our eyes waiting for the next CAPI camp. Don't worry, guys. We're going to do CAPI camp a lot this year. I plan on doing a lot of CAPI camps. Every time we get a chance, we're going to be doing a CAPI camp. We're also going to be doing some up in the Bank Reserve, I think it's called, up in North Alabama for the Bigfoot. This year, we're going to be doing some good CAPI camps. Absolutely. We're also going back to Paul M. Griss. We're also going back to Kaimoga, to our places that we love so much. We'll definitely be going back there. We may even do some over here, back over at Fort Toulouse or somewhere around there. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But I know we're going back to Kaimoga and Camp Griss. Definitely. They love us there, and they both want us to come back this year. And then we'll probably even make it back to Southern Pillars this year too, hopefully, if everything goes well. So really looking forward to CAPI camp. You have no reason not to come. We've covered your class. We've covered your hands-on training. We've covered your accommodations. We've covered your food. You have no reason not to come. All right. I got a little off track. What I was saying was what you need to bring is you need to bring your toiletries. You need to bring your towels. You need to bring bed clothes, you know, like your pillows, your blankets, stuff like that. The beds don't have that on there. You have to put your own bed clothes on the bed. And then if you're tent camping, you know, you got to bring all your stuff that you would normally bring for tent camping. Anybody wants to come, but they don't have a tent, don't let that stop you. We have extra tents. If you need a tent, just come anyway. We'll figure it out. All right. You're not going to sleep under the stars. We will have you shelter somehow. Do not come because you don't have equipment. Do not come because you don't have a tent. And do not come because you don't have money. We will figure it out. I promise you. So get your butt to CAPI camp. That's all I can say. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be so much fun. We've got a good bit of people coming to this one, so it's going to be a big, big class. We're indoors this year for the class, or this time. I keep saying year, but it's not a yearly thing. It's almost a monthly thing. Monthly. I know it's monthly.
Okay, we can get back to the show.
Okay, we'll get back to the soul. Oh, I got a button kiss. Oh boy. That was nice. I got a nuddin. All right. So what else we got coming up? What do we got coming up? Book club. When we gonna start that, Beth? Put Beth on the spot tonight because she's like an hour and minutes away, so she can't hurt me until next weekend. Then she can.
Wait, if she hurts you?
Hey, this is Dakota doing her own thing.
I'm not doing your own thing. You're doing your own thing. We're both doing our own thing.
Got you, Dove.
See, what I'm doing is copying him.
You're copying me?
Yep.
I haven't noticed. All right. Does anybody have any questions about CAPI Camp? Anything you're not sure of or anything like that and you want to know? Just let me know. Does anybody have any questions about CAPI Camp? I'll give you a second to type.
While he's doing that, I'm going to do something. CAPI Camp is the best. CAPI Camp is the best. CAPI Camp is the best. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Okay, maybe I will laugh. CAPI Camp is the best. CAPI Camp. Okay, he's done.
Y'all come to CAPI Camp. We'll try to keep her under control.
No one can keep me under control.
No one can keep you under control.
Unless you
I believe that.
Unless you have to put me in a cage.
Oh, dear Lord.
I'll bite your head off.
She's a very scary child.
Only if I do this.
Oh, dear Lord. You frighten me.
What's wrong about doing that? I don't know. I'm Daddy. My name is Daddy. Here's what I am. I'm like this guy, but total difference. He's like a pet to me.
I'm a pet? What? I'm a pet. All right. Margot says, hey, Johnny. Hey, Dakota. Hello, Beth, John, Katie, Dove, and the whole CAPI fam. Hello, Margot. It's been so long since we talked to you. You up in Cali now, aren't you? Margot, you need to just come on, go to CAPI Camp. You need to run through Texas, grab Katie, leave LA, run through Texas, kidnap Katie, and then come on up to Alabama, or come on over to Alabama, I should say, and just come on.
It's probably going to take like an hour.
Excuse me. I think it'd take a little longer than an hour to do all that, but yeah. That's what you need to do, Margot. Just screw it. Just throw caution to the wind and just come on to CAPI Camp. Run through Texas, grab Katie. You guys just shoot right on over to Alabama and join us for CAPI Camp.
Oh, and when
we'll
you
have
guys
a cabin for you.
When you guys go to CAPI Camp, pet his head because he's a pet.
Oh dear God! You know what you're doing, right? Now at CAPI Camp, everyone's going to walk up and pet my head.
Please pet his head. Even on Scream, do this.
I will get right on that road trip. Sounds fun, especially kidnapping Katie. That does sound fun. Come on, do it. Just do it. We would love to have you guys. That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
But I know you guys probably can't make it to this one, but maybe you can make it to the next one or some of them. We're going to do as many as we can this year, as many as we can afford. We're going to do CAPI camps. So, dear Lord. Shouldn't you go back to your family that lives on Mars?
Shouldn't you go back to your your pet family.
Pet family. Okay. Pet cemetery. All right. Dear Lord. All right. Does anybody have any questions about CAPI Camp? Anything you need to know? Anything you want to know? Need to know, want to know, need to know, gotta know, have to know, let me know right now. Need to know, gotta know, have to know, let me know right now. I guess no one has questions. I have a question for you, Miss Beth, but you still have not answered it.
Hey,
Miss Thang.
Hey, for horses, aren't you glad you're a cow?
Hey, Corey. Kidnap me, please. I need a vacay after the craziness that's been going on. Yes. Katie and them are in Texas, y'all. They don't have water or anything, but Dakota is a nerd.
Bobby! Daddy! Bobby's here!
Okay.
What? Bobby, will you go to the CAPI camp?
Yeah, tell the Bobby to come to CAPI Camp.
Come to CAPI camp? Oh, and you can wait, can we kidnap Bobby?
Sure.
Yay, we can kidnap you.
But Beth, what's up with the book club? What are we waiting on to start that? I know we had interested people, and everybody. I think a couple of people even went and got the book and everything. So when are we going to start the? Sorry, you were breaking up. Can't understand you. Am I really breaking up, or are you just being facetious? What are you doing? What? Who? You're frightening. Beth said, "Hey, Corey."
Beth, you're my favorite, but no. I kidnap Corey. You don't.
She didn't say she was kidnapping Corey. She just said, "Hey, Corey."
Don't romp with me.
Sorry. I was just trying to do this little show. I'm sorry. May I speak now?
No.
Okay.
You go in timeout.
Okay.
Timeout.
I think I put you in timeout by knocking you out. I don't have a date, but I will get serious about it. Okay, Ben. Thank you so much. Yep. Just let us know. All right. So, is there any other questions? Or is there any other events? John and Beth, have I missed anything? I think it's all we got coming up. Y'all, we're getting investigations one after the other. Hey, I thought I would. Katie says she thought she was your favorite.
I love.
You said Beth was your favorite, but you love Bubby. But Katie says she thought she was your favorite.
I love both of them.
Wow, she loves both of them.
But I love Corey the most. But
well, I mean, he's your brother, so.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to take any offense from her. I still love her too.
CAPI Cafe. Yes. When is the next CAPI Cafe? Who is doing the next CAPI Cafe? Is that me? I don't remember. Who's doing the next CAPI Cafe, Beth? Thank you, John. I've forgotten about the meet and greet CAPI Cafe. Who's doing the next one? If it's me, that's cool. I know John's was this month, but we ended up canceling it. But who's next for March? Am I March? Are you March? Let me know. If I'm March, I know exactly where we're going. Ow.
I love this pet.
I'm a pet now. All right.
Guys, when we come to CAPI Camp, if you come to camp, we're gonna kidnap you, Corey. Or Bobby. Corey or Bobby. Sure,
Johnny. Okay, I'm doing CAPI Camp. CAPI Cafe. Next month. Okay. I'll look at my schedule and see what day, and I'll get with everybody on that. I already know where we're going. Hey, do CAPI Cafe for my birthday, March 20th. We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. I'm Dottie for a weekend. So
that'd be cool. Yeah, Bubby's birthday is March 20th. That'd be a good time to do. I have a thing that day in Selma, but that night we can do CAPI Cafe at the casino in Wetumpka. What? Well, we're not going to talk about it on here. He's on here. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to get him for his birthday. Yeah, we're going to be going to the casino in Wetumpka. There's a jam up buffet restaurant there. I think that's a great place to do CAPI Cafe. And it'd be a lot of fun. So, and I'll get the dates as soon as I can. I think we may do it that what is March 20th on? Whoever, Corey, John, Beth, somebody tell me when the what day the 20th is on. What day is that? What day of the week?
Hey, Daddy.
Mm.
Are we going to be making a fire?
Yes, at CAPI Camp.
And I'm going to be in the
But
cage.
not here in the room, please.
Why not?
Oh my God, she said, why not?
Why not?
Saturday. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, we can do it. It's a Saturday. Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you, Corey. Okay, thank you, Beth. Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. We can do it that night, March 20th on a Saturday at the casino in Wetumpka at Wind Creek. So I think Saturday is seafood night. They have more stuff than just seafood, but it's specialized seafood night, I think. But we'll make sure. And then so next CAPI Cafe meet and greet is going to be March 20th. Dogs are going crazy. Mom's out there. Is she still out there feeding them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The next the next CAPI Cafe will be March 20th, 2021 at Wing Creek Casino in Wetumpka, Alabama at, let's say, 7 p.m. And it's a buffet type thing. It'll be themed of seafood, but they have more than just seafood. They have a huge buffet there, and it's an awesome place to eat. So that's where we'll do CAPI Cafe next month, March 20th. So you guys definitely make sure you make that one. That's going to be an awesome one because that food is so good. It really is. It's a buffet done gourmet type. It really is. It's really awesome. If you've never eaten there, it's a blast. It really is.
Have I eaten there?
No.
I want to eat there.
You can't.
Why not?
Because you can't come into the casino.
Why?
Because it's for adults.
Ah!
Yeah, that's a CAPI Cafe with no kiddies. No kiddies can come to that one, unfortunately. But sometimes we do those. But all right. So let's get started.
Started with what?
Let me get this off of here. Someone tried to text me.
Puppy.
Yeah, he was just texting me to tell me he was sorry.
Sorry for what?
For calling during the show.
Oh.
He forgot.
Hey, guess what? The lights are on 4.
Yeah, there's only 4 likes with 6 people, so there's 2 people that doesn't like us.
Goodness, 2 people doesn't like us. You guys don't love us.
They don't love us. There's 6 people on.
So if
well, look, there's now 5 likes. So one of those people decided that they did like us.
also,
now all of them have decided that they liked us because now it's 6 people on and 6 likes.
Oh, and now
I think it was your eyes that did it.
nice.
Yeah, you had that sad puppy dog look in their face. Lord help me.
Ooh. Got the pet.
Ooh.
When at the CAPI camp.
Birthday with CAPI. Yep. Awesome.
Have to pet his head at the CAPI camp.
Oh, you do not have to pet Johnny's head at CAPI camp.
Everybody round up to Daddy when he's at the CAPI camp and do this.
You realize everyone at camp is going to come and rub my head now.
Yes.
And I have to deal with that.
That's what I want. How's he scared when he's a cat? CAPI?
I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm not scared of demons. I am, on the other hand, scared of Dakotas.
Dakotas! God should make those.
He did. Got CAPI Cafe on calendar. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, I think that's it. So let's get started for tonight's show.
I'm a pincher.
Everyone is afraid of Dakota. Bodie says everyone is afraid of Dakota.
You are afraid of Dakota.
Hey, you want to see something, Bubby?
You're very scary. All right, so we're going to get started. So can you go in there with Mom, please? Love you bunches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's going to hurt.
Give me a tag! He can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Okay.
All right, let me get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ready?
No.
I said a double.
5, 4. Are you guys counting with me? Okay. 5. You gotta count with me.
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3, 2, 1,
1.
0. Okay, let's just give him a clap. Because he's not gonna do it for a little while. Just make him okay.
Are you ready?
5.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's the father this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi.
All right.
Guess what?
What?
Oh, no.
Good night.
No.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
So I'll shake the bed.
The button. I go.
Sorry, I don't know what that was. Bye, baby.
Almost dead.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Dear Lord. All right. We will make this not too long for tonight. And oh, Beth, you going to bed? Night night. All right. Ouch. All right. Now this is the show we were supposed to do last week. We talked about the demonology and the as it pertains to the paranormal. And we talked about what they were, where they're from, what they can do, what we can do, what we can't do, what they can't do. We did all of that. And now we want to talk about what we do. It's a two-part thing tonight. It's basically what to do and what not to do. Basically, it's we have so many Hollywood themes out there, so much BS out there about the paranormal and what you do if you're involved in something like that, or if you come across that. And it's mostly of it is and absolutely nothing to do with how, when it is. That makes no sense. What? Nothing to do with how, when is, LOL. I don't know what you're saying, Corey. It had absolutely nothing to do with how, when is, LOL. I don't know what that means. I think it's a typo. All right. But so I want to dispel some of the, not some, but all of the crud out there that either doesn't work or could get you in trouble. What?
Right there. Down and over. Move.
Down and over?
Yes.
Is that what Mom said?
Yes.
It's hard to get it to go down and over because John won't give me my phone stand that he keeps saying he's going to give me. I had absolutely nothing to do with how she is. Oh, yes, you did. I see what you're saying now. There, I think that's better. Let's see if I can just talk. Let me go in a little bit here. Hey, Big Stinky. Hey, Morgan. All right, I think that's better, isn't it? If it shifts, I'll fix it. But you know all the usual suspects that people bring up: the salt around the windows and doors, and the stones and the crystals, and hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. All right, the stones and crystals, and of course the ever-loving sage, the savior, the go-to tool, and the Ouija boards and all of that stuff. I always preach about that stuff and tell people how it doesn't work, and don't waste your time with it, and don't get into all that stuff, and how if anything's made for the paranormal, it pretty much doesn't work. It's just to get your money. Like most of our equipment is made for other things than the paranormal. They just work in the paranormal. Stuff that's made for the paranormal for that specific reason is usually 9 times out of 10 crap. So the stuff that wasn't made for the paranormal but does work usually does work pretty good. So yeah. So it's a different set of circumstances when it comes to a demonic. When you're doing it as a investigation, and you're using this stuff, like you have all these teams out there that use this stuff like sage and crystals and coffin nails and graveyard dirt and the blue rocks and all this crud that they use. And I got to be fair, like I said, crucifix and rosary beads and all those things too. All those things are tools. They're not saviors. They're not gonna, they're not gonna help you. And it's just tools. That's all it is. And they have their place for everyone. I don't have a problem if someone goes out and buys this stuff. I mean, that's great. What I do is I'm saying is it has no place in the paranormal. It has no place in our field. To do this investigating, you don't need this stuff. When it comes to investigating the paranormal and the hauntings, the biggest problem that's there with it is whenever people decide to use this stuff in a demonic, because then the game changes. Like I said, investigative wise, personnel wise, and equipment wise, everything changes. It's 100% different when it comes to a demonic. That's why our team clears out. Whenever I get the smallest hint that that's what's going on, our team clears out and I check it out. Excuse me. We don't mess around when it comes to stuff like that. And I never will. And I'm certainly not going to tell the team to leave and then light my sage, or grab my crystals or coffin dirt or coffin nails and graveyard dirt. I'm not going to do that. It's silly, it's asinine, and it's dangerous in this circumstance. So it does have a place in this discussion, because that's why I wanted to talk about it tonight, was because I thought as I'm talking about it, people would say, well, you're not supposed to be talking about the stuff that doesn't work during investigation. You're supposed to be talking about, what to do on a case with a demon, if you think there's a demon there. And I am. I want to bring that up at the very beginning, because I don't, this A in CAPI makes it look like I have a mohawk. Just have a little mohawk going on top of my head, don't it? But it doesn't make look, a squirrel. But it doesn't have a place in the investigations whenever you think there's a demon there, because it's very dangerous. The last thing you want to do is provoke a demon. If you're not ready to battle him, that's not a good idea. And I have heard of instances where people have brought this stuff in and it was not good. The ending is not great. So don't do that. Don't bring in all this stuff and everything. Remember when I said all you need is your faith in your God. And hey, Carly, and your faith in yourself. All right. That's all you need. You don't need anything else but that. As we went over the biblical references in demonology, we found out that with one word, Jesus was able to dispel the legion of demons. And hi, in Switzerland. Someone's in Switzerland. Who's in Switzerland? We have somebody on tonight in Switzerland. That's cool. But we do have that power now. He left us with that power to dispel demons and to be able to walk away from their temptations and their threats and their evil, basically, and evil in general. And that's all we need. We don't need any of this other stuff to go in there looking haphazard and unprepared, because it's not going to work out great for you. I promise you. You have your faith, you have your knowledge. And when I say knowledge, that's the second part I want to talk about. Your knowledge is, I'm sorry, what is that keeps coming over there? I guess it's the way the lights hit. It's distracting me. But when I say knowledge, I want you to go in there with enough mental tools on top of your equipment As a matter of fact, I want you to go in there with more mental tools than I want you to go in there with equipment. Going in there with your mental tools, you're able to confront and expel a heck of a lot better than any of the equipment that you can have. I'm not going to sit here and go through German and Latin and tell you the phrases and all that stuff like that. Because remember, at the start of this, I told you I'm not going to tell you how to do this. If you want to bring demonology into your team or into your repertoire of mental tools, then you need to do the research. You need to figure it out. I'm not going to do it for you. Not because I had to do it, but because I don't want, dadgummit, I'm sorry. I don't want that liability of what happens to you because you went and did what I told you to do. I'm not going to do that. But all I can tell you is just go do your research on the demons. We've already talked about the powers that they have and the powers we have over them. So that right there kind of gives you that idea of what you need to do and what you need to know. You need to know how to call them out. You need to know what to say, that they can't refuse an answer. They have to answer you. They don't have a choice. They have to answer you. And if you have this knowledge and you have this faith in yourself above everything else, excuse me, then you've got everything you need. So do your research. If you want to get into demonology, it's a great field. Get into it, have fun with it, learn all you can about it, use it biblically, but also use it theologically and get all the references and text that you can on it. Don't go into it as, and I hate saying this because it always sounds so sacrilegious or hypocritical, but don't go into demonology with a religion-based idea. Don't go into it with a religion-based idea. The reason I say that is because all forms of religious sects have good and evil in them. The evil, now some religious sects believe that the evil is the man. Some religious sects believe that the evil is the opposite of the light, or opposite of good, or the opposite of heaven. Of course, Christianity looks at it as a heaven and hell kind of thing, and a free-willed choice, if you will. But whatever your religion, whatever your beliefs, go into it with the thought of demonology. Don't go into it with the thought of religion and Christianity. Go into it with the thought of demonology. That's the approach you need to take when you're going into demonology. Because, well, you can't say that, Johnny, because if you're Christian, then you believe in demons and you believe in heaven, you believe in hell, and you believe in angels, and you believe in God, and blah 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 blah. Okay, yes, I do, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't tie yourself to a religion. Don't tie yourself to one singular belief when going into demonology. Don't go into it with a religious aspect. Go into it with the mindset of demonology. All right, get everything covered, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Get all your ducks in a row. You don't know what you're going to be messing with. All right, and you don't know what you're going to be encountered with until you're in that situation. So don't go in there with just silver bullets whenever you need copper. Okay, go in there knowing everything you can about demonology and how to combat thereof. All right, so don't study it. Study religion, study Christianity, study Buddhism, so study everything you can. Find out their beliefs and their theological thinking, and I'm at a loss of words tonight on a lot of stuff, and I apologize. Go into it with an open mind of demonology. Okay, is what I'm saying. Don't go into it with one, I'm Christian, so I'm just going to look at it as the way Christianity looks at demons. Or I'm Catholic, I'm not going to go into it looking at anything other than, and Catholics, Christianity, if you, I don't know, I don't think they are, but whatever. But, whatever your religion, whatever your belief, whatever your stance is, go into it as an open-minded student of demonology. Don't go into it as an open-minded student of religion. Okay, if that makes sense. Go into it as studying demonology across the board. All right, don't go into it with one-sided mind. All right. That is the best advice I can give you on that, because that way when you go in, you've got all the ammunition. No matter where you need to come from, you've got it. All right. I'm not dispelling Christianity. I'm not dispelling Catholicism. I'm not dispelling Buddhism. I'm not dispelling anything. I'm saying when you go into this, if you're going to go into demonology if you're going to go into it as a study, go for it. It's cool. I don't care how you do it. But if you're going to go to it as a practice and to implement it in your paranormal research, then have all the knowledge you can about it, because that's the biggest thing, is the knowledge. Your faith is, of course, it has to be there, but you shouldn't even be going into it at all if you don't have the faith. But as far as your weaponry goes, your knowledge is your best weapon. So go into it knowing all aspects of that weapon. All right. If you go to a gun store and you buy a gun, you're not going to just go buy that gun, put it in a box and put it in your drawer. Right. I mean, actually people do that, but that's a really dumb way to do gun buying, to get into guns in a general. It's just really dumb to do that. When you buy that gun, first, before you even buy it, you're going to find out which one you like, which one fits you, what you are comfortable with. And then after that, you're not going to just take it and put it in the box and take it and slide it under your bed or put it in your nightstand or under your pillow or in your top dresser drawer. You're going to take that gun to the range and you're going to get to know it, right? You're going to know everything there is to know about that weapon. Someone could blindfold you and you can take it apart and field dress it and then put it back together again and then take your blindfold off. I can do that with my gun. I have a 40 caliber Bursa. I have no problem. I've actually done it with my eyes. I haven't done it blindfolded, but I did it with my eyes closed. So go for it. Do your research. Know your weaponry. Know everything you need to know about demonology before you go into it as a practice. Now, if you're just wanting to study it and you're like me, you just like to learn about stuff and you got to know the answer to it, then go for it. Who cares, how you do it? That's totally up to you. But if you're going to go into it as a practice and to implement it into your paranormal research, please, by all means, know everything there is to know about it. All right. Don't just go into it half-heartedly. It's a super, super bad idea. All right. You catch up. In Nuke's voice, it did not go well. I am Switzerland. Oh, you were Switzerland. I'm sorry. Knowledge is a weapon. Go in well armed. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Know everything you need to know about that subject before you go in to attempt to battle that. All right. Know everything you need to know. I'm sorry. My camera keeps falling once again because John will not give me. I bet you that daggum stand was in your car last night, wasn't it, John? Bet it was. All right. So is there any questions on this so far? Tonight is our shortest series on demonology. I have a couple of ideas for our next series subject matter. I've had a few people throw me some ideas, so I don't know which way we're going to go yet. I need to get into the research. I haven't been able to do that because I've been into this, and when I'm not doing this, I'm doing work and blah 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 blah. And like today, I spent with horses all day today. Dakota wanted to go ride her horse, and so we went out there, and we had to go out there anyway to meet with our hay guy. He brought us some hay for the horses in my bag. I knew it. Yeah. One of these days we'll get it. Maybe during CAPI camp I'll get it. But I want you guys to know everything there is about. We've already talked about what you can do as far as your abilities against the demon. is, right? We've already talked about their abilities, what they can and can't do, and what you can and can't do, and how to recognize when it is a demon. And we've talked about origins and, excuse me, and all that. What I wanted to do tonight is spend at least an hour with you guys talking about what what you need to do before you go into it. All right, before you even use your knowledge on how to recognize it, I want you to know what you're doing. We had an excellent investigation last night at one of our clients' residence, and there a couple of things happened during that investigation to where I had to clear the house and kind of go through it by myself and find out if I was dealing with something sinister that I didn't realize that was there before. It turns out that it wasn't, thank goodness. But when this happened, it kind of baffled me, and I was like, "What happened?" I'm not going to go into what happened because we don't give details about our investigations without our client's permission. But what had happened was, what had happened, if I've seen it before, and it's an awesome thing to happen in the paranormal. I mean, it's a super, super awesome thing to happen in the paranormal. But I saw it happen last night, but I didn't feel it happen last night. And I've never experienced that before. I've never experienced what the activity that happened last night. I've never experienced it without feeling it. A lot of you were like, what? But if you knew what it was, you would say, oh yeah, that makes sense. But like I said, we don't give away information on our clients, on our investigations. But so to me, I was like, the only way that could happen without me provoking that or instigating that is it would have to be something sinister or something dark or something evil. So I cleared the house and went through it by myself with holy water and asked a few questions that could not be refused answered. Yes. Come in. Dakota, probably. But so I cleared the house. Turned out that that's not what it was. So I think I was mistaken about what had actually happened. That's the only excuse I can come up with in my own mind, is that it was Toby, Toby knocking. Now it's Toby, Dakota, who's a lot worse than Toby probably. But the only conclusion that I can come to is that I was mistaken about what happened, that I misinterpreted what I was seeing because I didn't feel it. That's the only thing I can think of. So sometimes you get into those situations to where you're just like, I don't know. I mean, you've exhausted everything you know. You've done everything you can do. You're pretty doggone sure that it's not demonic. You're pretty sure it's not sinister. It's more playful and more aggravating, I guess you would say. More prankers to, kind of like a prankster. A pranker, not a pranker, but a prankster. And I don't know. This case is gonna be around a while. I think we're gonna have to really explore some different avenues on this one. But that's neither here nor there. What I want you guys to know is know all you can before, like John said, your knowledge is your weapon. Know your weapon before you go in there. All right. So know everything there is to know. And if you don't know, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. Okay. None of my team last night, when I asked them, I said, okay, you guys clear out. None of my team said, I wish I could stay. I wish, I wished I could just do this. And I wish I knew how to do that. None of them did that. They said, okay. And they got out. All right. So I saw your question. Hold on. I'll get to it. Because they know that I'm not going to ask them to leave for nothing. And if I'm asking them to leave, it's something serious and has the potential of being something serious. And then I'm not going to, ask them to leave without it knowing that's what it is. Or knowing that the possibility of that, let me say it that way. because I don't mess around when it comes to that. I don't say, well, let me check this out, and then I'll, maybe check it out. Let me check this out and see if that's what it is. Can a demonic act then? Can a demonic act then leave the location when it's called out? I'm not understanding. Can a demonic act then leave? Oh, yeah, absolutely it can. It can definitely do something and then leave the location to where it doesn't have to answer. Absolutely it can. They're very aggressively what's the word I'm looking for? They're very aggressively territorial. Yeah. So thank you. That's the exact word I was looking for. They're very aggressively territorial. They're not just territorial, but they're aggressively territorial. So they're not gonna can it foresee that coming? Absolutely it can. It can see the situation start to turn to where it's going to get called out. And can it leave? Absolutely it can. Usually it's not going to, because they're so territorial and they're so there's another word I was looking for, but I can't grab it right now out of my head. But they're not usually going to let go of that grip that they have. All right. They may make you think they've let go of that grip to bring you off your game or to catch you off guard or something like that, but they're not going to leave once they have that hold. They're not going to want to leave it. All right. Because then it gives you more power over them coming back in. Stubborn is not what I was trying to say either, but it's something like that. We'll just go with stubborn. But but can they do that? Can they see that coming? Absolutely they can. Remember, we talked about their ability to predict futures. The demon does not have the ability to read your mind or predict your future. It can see your past and use it against you, and it can manipulate your present, but it cannot predict your future. But it will fool you into thinking that. And the way it does that is remember, we already talked about this. A demon can't predict the future, but it can manipulate the present and the immediate future to cause that prediction. See what I'm saying? Let's say it wants to say at 5 p.m. next Tuesday, this certain airline's going to fall out of the sky and crash and boom, blow up and boom, everybody dead, blah, blah, blah. That's a prediction. Now, what can it do? Can it manipulate the pilot or co-pilot or air traffic controller or anything like that? Can it manipulate them if they're self-fulfilling prophecy? Yeah. And that's the only time they're going to do that, is if it's self-fulfilling, if it's something to accommodate them. They're not going to do it just as a trickster to watch, look what I can do. They're not the little grown kid off of Saturday Night Live. Look what I can do. They don't need to do their tricks for you. They don't need to perform for you. So it will be self-fulfilling. It will be something for their benefit. All right. That's the reason why they would do it. So you see what I'm saying with that, with the airline? It can make that prediction, and then it can manipulate the present and the near future to cause that prediction to come true. See what I'm saying? I hope I'm making that clear. Please tell me if I'm not. It can manipulate you, your surroundings, and other people in their surroundings, and even machinery or whatever the case whatever it would need to do. It can do that to say, I can say on Wednesday, the local bank is going to get robbed and a guard's going to be shot. Right. And then I go talk 4 guys into robbing the bank and saying, make sure you shoot the guard before you leave. So now my prediction has come true. Now hey, I got psychic powers. No, you don't. You just manipulated the situation to where that particular prediction would come true. So I'm saying, so they do have that ability. So that's one of the things about having the faith in yourself and your faith in your knowledge. If they predict the future, says you're going to die if you keep doing this, tomorrow at noon you're going to die, and they'll do stuff like that. But you say you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow at noon. You don't scare me. You don't have that power. You try again, but you didn't get me that time. And stuff like that. And that really pisses them off, by the way, when you're being like a smart aleck to them or being coy with them. That I wouldn't suggest you do that, but without practice. But just at the end of the day, I want you guys, if you're going to go into demonology, remember, if you're going into demonology as a study and because you're curious and you want that knowledge in the back of your Rolodex, your mental Rolodex, go for it any way you want to go for it. But if you're going for demonology as a practice, as a mental tool to use in your paranormal research, then to where you want to be the guy that stays in and tells everybody to leave, bring that with you. All right, bring that knowledge with you. All right, go get that knowledge across the realm. Don't just go and say, okay, well, I'm just go to the Bible and I'll learn everything I need to know about demons in the Bible. Demons are mentioned in the Bible over 100 times. You're going to find out a lot of stuff about demons in the Bible. Absolutely, you will, especially their abilities, their arrogance, their whatever. That's the word I was looking for earlier, is arrogance. But you're going to find out a bunch of stuff about demons in there. But don't stop with religion when it comes to demonology. Get into demonology. Get into the other aspects of religion. Get into the theological teachings about demons and stuff like that. Get into everything you can. Don't go into it with, like I said, with that silver bullet when you needed a copper one. All right. Know your weapon. Know it well. Be able to close your eyes and field dress that weapon all the way down and then build it back up again and be able to fire it with precision. All right. Know what you're doing, especially when it comes to this. When it comes to demons, when it comes to demonology and the paranormal, please know what you're doing before you go in there. All right. Let me see what I've missed over here. I actually know a guy that thinks he knows all he needs to know just because his Bible said it. The Bible is the only book he's ever read. Yes, he admits this.
Do you know what chicken tortilla is?
Yeah, why?
That's what Mama's fixing.
Okay, cool. It's those little chicken tortillas that she makes, the little wraps. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I actually know a guy that thinks he knows all he needs to know just because his Bible said it. The Bible is the only book he's ever read. He admits this. See, and that's you know what? I'm not even going to say the biblical. I'm going to say the Christian. That is the Christian arrogance that some people have, that they think that, man, you got to be careful right here, guys. I got to be careful right here. This is a slippery slope right here. I don't want to say anything that is going to make it seem like I'm dispelling Christianity, because I am not. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your beliefs are. If you're going into demonology, you go into it with everything you've got, because you're going to need it. All right. Am I frightened of demons? No. Have I ever been scared from a demon? Yes. A demon has scared the hell out of me. Whenever you're walking down a dark hallway and you get to the end and no one was anywhere around, and then when you turn around and you're nose to nose with a freakish looking ghoul that smells like crap, it'll scare the piss out of you. Okay. But know what you're, thank you. I keep telling him to do research on other religions and history, and sex. He refuses, says his Bible knows all he needs to know. See, that's that Christian arrogance. That's that Christian arrogance that they get, and they say, I can. Now, can you stand against a demon with God? Absolutely, you can. We've already said that. We already said that in the last episode of this series. We said that you can defeat a demon through Christ. Christ gave us that power when he died and then rose and went back to heaven. He gave us, his dad gave us free will. He gave us the Holy Ghost and that power over death and that power over evil, right? He gave us that gift that he had where he was able to dispel legions out of one single man into the swine that jumped off the cliff because they couldn't handle the evil that was in them. They killed themselves. The little piggies committed suicide. So he gave us that power. All right, we have that power to dispel evil. So that's where a religion's coming from. That's where probably his mindset is. This is all I need to battle what I need to battle. No, you need a bunch more stuff. All right. The Catholic Church, which is the number one demon squad, if you will, in history, they never they didn't just say, someone call them up and say, hey, dude, my next door neighbor is climbing the walls. And I don't mean by he's losing his stuff. I mean, the man is actually Spider-Man in the walls. I went in there to give him some chicken soup this morning, and homie was hanging from the ceiling by his fingertips. All right. So, and he's puking up pea green soup looking stuff, and his head turned 360 degrees. And he still laughed at me with a forked tongue. I'm just saying, homie might be possessed. All right. Well, the Catholic Church doesn't say, okay, what town are you in? Well, I'm in mainstream USA. Okay, well, let's look up and see what church we have in mainstream USA. Okay, we have a Catholic, our mother of perpetual sorrow, right there in Main Street, or mainstream America. You send the preacher, the father of that church, over there to them. They didn't do that. They didn't just pick up the phone and say, hey, we've got a report of a demon, a possession in your city. Get over there and do it. They had specialized priests known as demonologists or exorcists that they would send out to these cases. They had specialized training. They were trained above and beyond a father's training, above and beyond a reverend's training, above and beyond a pastor's training. They were trained in the art of exorcism, trained in demonology. All right. So even the Catholic Church knew. The Catholic Church said, you got a rosary in this hand and a crucifix in this hand, you can battle Satan himself. All right. But they knew there comes times when you need that extra oomph. You need that knowledge. All right. That these specialized, now they don't do it anymore. The Catholic Church doesn't recognize exorcisms, they say they don't do them anymore, but I think they got a lot of flack from doing them to where they may still do them, but it's just not advertised. I'm not saying that's true. Please don't quote me on that. I'm just saying that's a possibility. That's what I personally think probably has happened. They got so much flack on a couple of exorcisms that turned bad and the victims died that I think they stopped advertising. I don't think the church stopped doing exorcisms. I really don't. I have no special knowledge, no special insights, no special gossip to where I could prove that. That's just my conspiracy theory idea. All right, my own special or my own personal thoughts is that they probably still do them. They just don't. They're just not advertised. They're not publicized anymore. But even the Catholic Church, even Christianity, you do have those arrogant guys out there like Morgan's talking about. Let me see what I've missed. That ghost or nothing but demons tried to trick people. Oh, I know. Yeah, remember, I grew up Pentecostal, so I know. That's what a lot of the churches, they do them. They just accept extreme cases. Yeah. A lot of churches, a lot of religious people, truth, Bible thumping, devil slaying, church going ministers believe in ghosts. They really do. They just think that they're demons. I have met several pastors that believe in ghosts and don't think they're demons. They think they're ghosts. They can't explain it either. They can't explain why they're there, but we don't know everything. All right. I'm not going to get into the whole religion of what their views is on that and everything and their hypocrisy on, when it comes to the supernatural and the paranormal. I'm so sorry. To the paranormal and the supernatural, but because you already know all that. But maybe we'll do a series on religious beliefs into the paranormal. That might be what we do next, actually. That's a good one. I wrote a paper on that, and I'll try to find it. I think I have it on Facebook on my notes. Or I might not. That might have been MySpace. I think that's the last time I had it was MySpace. A little long time ago. I call the religion of ignorance. Yeah, it can be. I don't really like to call them ignorant because usually they are very, very knowledgeable, especially if they're a pastor. They're very knowledgeable on biblical studies and stuff like that. So you can't really call them ignorant, but you can call them unprepared. And that's usually the ones that'll get in trouble. It's the ones that go in there thinking that all they need is that Bible and they can stand on that and they'll just make it right through. Sorry, that doesn't happen. Jesus wasn't even that guy. The devil himself came to Jesus, sure did, and said, hey man, look out across there. As far as your eyes can see, I will give you this land. He did. He told him, he says, as far as your eyes can see, I will give you that land if you just fall before me. And he's like, nope. My daddy said, I have no other gods before him. And he says, well, if you're truly the Son of God, jump off this cliff and drop, because nothing will happen to you. God himself has said that if you jump off this cliff, least your foot hit a rock. Angels will come down right now and save you. And Jesus said, nope, ain't doing that either. He's like, well, why not? If you so big and bad, if you Jesus Christ himself, why not? Jump. He's like, God also said, thou shalt not tempt me. So you take the most biblically knowledgeable theologian in the world that knows everything about there is know about religion and everything, and let him step in front of a bus. Is that knowledge going to pop out and save him? No, he's going to splatter on the front of Greyhound. Okay. So don't tempt him. All right. To me, going into a situation to where it's probably a demonic or an evil, sometimes even just a dark, sinister, going into that situation without that knowledge and with that arrogance of belief that you have all the knowledge you need, that can be super, super dangerous. And it's almost like suicide, because that can be what happens to you physically or mentally. All right. So don't do it. Don't get in that situation. All right. Step away if you don't know what to do. Get all the knowledge you can. Get out there. If you're going to use it as a practice, remember, if you just want to use it as a study, and if you just want to use it as a knowledge base to put in that mental Rolodex of yours, then go for it. Go to take a Bible course on demons if you want to, then and learn all you can. But if you're going to use it physically, if you're going to use it as a practice to put in your repertoire of weapons and equipment on your team or your investigations, then please get out there and learn all you can. Get the wide spectrum of it. Don't just focus in on religion as opposed, or demonology as in biblical studies, or demonology as in Christian studies. Don't do that. Don't tunnel vision yourself into that. Learn demonology. All right. Start learning demonology. Start looking at it. Start studying it. You're going to start walking away from Christianity. You'll see what I'm saying. When you start getting into demonology, you're going to find out, well, I'm in Greek mythology right now. This isn't Christianity. This isn't the Bible. I'm all up in Roman studies now. Yeah, because it's demonology. It's not Christianity. It's not religious studies. All right. There's a lot more to it than that. Okay. So get in there and figure it out. All right. Someone tried telling me that my spirits are just a bunch of demonic entities. I told them I'm the only demonic thing in my house. I hear you, Morgan. So that's my best advice to you when it comes to demonology and dealing with this in a paranormal spectrum. Get all the knowledge you can get. All right. Get all the biblical studies that you can get all the Christian studies you can get all the religious type knowledge when it comes to hell and demons and whether they're bound or free or bound forever, whatever. Get all that knowledge. Get everything you can. Definitely get it. But also step out of that too. Be willing to step out of that zone and walk into another zone. All right. Be willing to, when the page looks over and you see Roman studies on the as it's not going to say as opposed. It's going to say Roman studies within demonology. You don't stop there and say, "Oh, well, that's not the Bible. That's sacrilegious. I can't." You're just being stupid now. Okay, you're being that arrogantly ignorant now. Get in there, dig into it. All right, you're going to get into Greek mythology. You're going to get into Roman studies. You're going to get into Erebus and all that stuff. You're going to get into that, all that stuff that you would normally look at it and say, this is not of God. Okay, this is not of the church. I don't want anything to do with this. Don't be that guy. Keep going. Learn all you can when you get into that. Okay. If you want to go into angelology and everything like that, okay, fine. Yeah, absolutely. Get into that and figure out everything you can. That also gets into Greek mythology too, though. So I'm just saying, but get all of it that you can. But if you want to do it as a practice, please know everything you can before you go in there. By the way, when you said about demonology getting away from Christianity, you'll realize you're in the Greek mythology. I jumped up and down shouting, "Yes, Johnny said it." Yeah, it goes into demonology. Will take you so far down a rabbit hole and through different tunnels and catacombs and all that stuff. And when you start getting into it and you're like, "Oh, I'm so far away from Christianity at this point, I don't even know how to get back." Don't go back to it. You've already studied that. You already know that. Keep going. Just keep going. All right. Demonology is a fascinating subject. It really is. Get into it. Know everything you can about it. So that way, when you do step into it, you may get into it and never experience some of the stuff you're going to learn about. Hopefully you won't. But if you do, you're armed. Okay. You know what to pull out of that quill bag whenever it comes time to put the gloves on and start throwing hands. All right. You know what to do. All right. So, again, thank you guys so much. Please come join us at CAPI Camp next weekend, February 26th, 27th, 28th at, John put it up there, Southern Pillars in Troy, Alabama. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. But I will be doing a show next Sunday, come hell or high water, and Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I will be here and we'll be starting a new series. I think I know what the series is right now, but there was a couple of suggestions from a couple of different people, so I'm going to talk to them and so I can get a memory recharge on what they were and see about getting into Quiver. Thank you. He always knows what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'll figure out what it was that they wanted me to get into, and because they were very good suggestions, and probably go with the one that needs the least amount of research on my part. Let's probably pick the one I know the most about, because researching is so hard for me, y'all. It really is. Thank you. Southern Pillar Campground in Troy, Alabama. The address is 6282 County Road 2262, Troy, Alabama. Yeah, please join us. It's going to be a blast. CAPI camps are always a lot of fun. We know how to have fun. We know how to eat. So if you like having fun and eating and finding out a lot about the paranormal, definitely come to CAPI camp. It's a lot of fun. So as we do these different series, when I finish that series, it's not over. All right. If you go do some research and you have a question about something, or if you have a comment about something or anything like that, we can always go back and ask. All right. So next week I'm doing something on religious beliefs in the paranormal, dealing with religious beliefs in the paranormal, then and I say this is what we're on this week and everything, but if you think of something, or you in your studies you came up with a question, you can private message me, or you can ask me on the show. I have no problem with going back and answering something on a previous subject. All right, so we will start a new series next Sunday. I don't know what it is yet, but I will let you guys know before next Sunday, either by live on here or on one of our pages. And that word for my possible guest. Okay, just let me know, buddy. Hopefully he can come and maybe talk to us a little bit around the campfire. I'm looking forward to that if he can, but if he can't, then we completely understand. We'll get him on the next one. Let him know that too. If he does contact you and say he can't make it, say, hey, we're going to do more. So just make it to the next one that you can. All right. I love you guys so much. You know that. I wouldn't do this without you. Just like I wouldn't do this without my team. Last time we talked about my team, I named all my team, and I didn't name someone because he wasn't there. I forgot to name the guy who made this all possible, which is our co-founder, Corey. Of course, none of this would be possible without him. That's a fact. Shadow people. Yeah, we can do one on shadow people. Absolutely. But yes, I actually didn't name him because I was naming the people that we were talking to that night, but I didn't actually give him his cred that he deserves. CAPI Live from Facebook to YouTube would not exist without our co-founder, Corey. And I'm a little biased because he is my son. He's my favorite oldest son. But he knows I love him, and he knows that CAPI wouldn't be around pretty much without his assistance. So I love him just as much. I love him a little more because he's my son, but I love all my CAPI team. My CAPI team rocks. I wouldn't be able to do this without them. That's a fact. But we love you guys. I want you to do me a huge favor. Sometimes this week, cryptozoology. Yeah, we can do that too. Absolutely. But sometimes this week, I don't care if it's someone you know or a stranger on the street. I want you to make them smile. Do what you got to do. All right. Even if it means pulling your shirt up and doing the chub dance. I don't care what you got to do. Make somebody smile this week. All right. We love you. We'll see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the CAPI Live channel. We love you guys. Have a paranormal week. We'll see you in a week.